Maybe it's hitting for you right now. But maybe hitting the gym. Maybe it's opening that laptop. Like, I don't know, man. Finally working on the dream and like working towards it. Like, that's gonna get you out that funk of you feeling like you wasted your life. And here's another thing. I don't feel like you wasted your life when you working towards something that you want. Does that make sense? You only wasting your life when you're doing something that when you working on it, your mind is in 50 different places in that moment. That's when I kind of feel like you're wasting your time. Or, yeah, I feel like you're wasting your time when your mind isn't in it, when your heart isn't in it, truthfully. This is gonna be a tough one. I wasted my life. I don't know who this is for, but I see it a lot right now. People feeling like they wasted their life, and I'm gonna talk about it. You wake up one day and you realize years have passed. You know, time. Time is a very valuable asset that a lot of us don't utilize in the correct way. The dreams you once had are still dreams, you know, and the person you wanted to be feels kind of out of reach at this point. And in your heart, you feel like you still got it in you, but then something whispered to you that it might be too late. It might be too late. And that thought to eat at you, man. That thought to eat at you at night, and it'll make you feel like you missed your chance. Time is gone forever. Time is gone forever. You can make all the money in the world, but something you can't get back is time. And when you realize that, and you look back on your life and realize how you wasted it on things that didn't matter, people that didn't matter, it'll make you reevaluate. Regret is brutal, man. Regret is something that's going to keep you up at night. It's one of those things that make you replay old choices you made in your life when you was 18, 15, 25. You'll see old mistakes, old version of yourself that you can't stand, man. And I don't like to do the comparison thing. I really don't like doing that. But you see other people moving ahead of you, and while you stood still, man. That's what it feels like. And you tell yourself that you'll start tomorrow, and tomorrow became next month, and then next month became a year, and then a year turned into where you at right now. And before you knew it, time just slipped away, bro. You think back on your younger self, full of potential, full of life, full of fire, you know, that hunger. And it hurts to admit, but you let that version of yourself down. You did. You feel like it, in a sense, you kind of betrayed yourself. That's what it feels like. And that shame, that guilt makes you believe the lie that you're finished. And I'm here to tell you that that's not true. That's not true. It'll make you feel like you wasted too much time to ever start again, start over. That's not true. The fact of the matter is, you do have to look at yourself in the mirror. And what I mean is, you can't get those years back. We already understand that. We talked about how time works. They're gone. But the version of you that could have done more, it's away. And that's fine. You could have achieved more, you could have lived a little more. All that's gone too. We understand that. And that hurts. But the truth you need to hear is you still here, man. You still here. So with that being said, you just have to articulate your time wisely for what you have right now. You alive, you breathing. That means your story isn't finished. At least that's how I look at it. You know, I'm a person that tries to look at things in a different light than what it looks like. And it may feel like you wasted years, but don't let that define what you can be. You know, don't let that define you as a whole. What defines you is what you do now. That's what defines you. Because the only life that you truly wasted is the one you giving up on now. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to flip the script sometimes, man. I understand how life works because life, you could be down one day, next thing you know, you up. But it's got to take a lot of action, not just you talking about it. You have to apply action behind what you're doing. Okay? You have to apply action. And what if those so-called wasted years that we say weren't wasted at all, in a sense? Here's where I'm going with it. What if it was kind of like a delay, right? Hear me out. Every failure, every painful thing that you have went through, every painful moment, what if that was actually preparing you for this point right now in your life? You know? Like, just think back on things that happened to you in your life. What if all what you went through, yeah, it sucked when you was going through it, but what if that was preparing for you right now? You know? What if the reason that you regret so deeply, whatever it may be, is because you know you're capable of so much more? I can kind of guarantee that's why you feel that way. You know what you were capable of, right? I get it. The past doesn't disqualify you. Let me put it that way. If anything, it should educate you. That's how I'm looking at it. Yeah. If anything, it should humble you. It should show you that that's a feeling that you never want to feel again. And you should do everything to prevent that moving forward. Right? Because when you finally decide to move on, you'll move with a kind of urgency that most people still won't be able to find in themselves. You've already went through the hard part, so now you know not to feel that way again. Move with urgency and move with a lot of action. Because in the past, you didn't. Everything is a learning experience, even failure is. If you don't learn anything from failure, I don't know, man. And maybe truly it's hitting right now. Maybe it's hitting for you right now. But maybe hitting the gym. Maybe it's opening that laptop. Like, I don't know, man. Finally working on the dream and like working towards it. Like, that's gonna get you out that funk of you feeling like you wasted your life. And here's another thing. I don't feel like you wasted your life when you working towards something that you want. Does that make sense? You're only wasting your life when you're doing something that when you working on it, your mind is in 50 different places in that moment. That's when I kind of feel like you're wasting your time. Or, yeah, I feel like you're wasting your time when your mind isn't in it, when your heart isn't in it, truthfully, you know? I feel like that's when you're wasting it. I know the moment that you start, regret starts to lose its grip. You won't regret it anymore or have that fear anymore. Once you get started and get the ball rolling, at least for me, I know I was scared of doing this. Didn't know how to go about it. But once I took my mind out of it and just started doing it and posting whatever I have on my mind, it became a lot easier, man. Like it's kind of easy. Now I'm in a flow of what I want to do, and we here. We here. And it worked out for me. Because the truth is, as well, you're not in a race with nobody besides yourself. And really, the race, it's, how can I say it? It's not a race with anybody else, but it's also not a race with yourself. You just have to quit letting yourself get outbeat by you. That be the problem. That's why most people feel like they wasted their life. You get outbeat by yourself because of the delay. Man. Not wanting to do it. You know, putting it off. You have to take back ownership, man. You got to take back ownership of your life. Not later, but right now. That's the problem that got you in this position now. Delayness. No urgency. So, yeah, maybe you wasted years. Maybe. Maybe you let yourself down, but you got to draw the line somewhere. You didn't fall behind. You got to draw the line. Draw the line in the sand. Today can be your turning point. You know what I mean? Today could be your turning point. Right here, right now. Draw the line. Draw the line.